What is up, guys? John Inman back with you, and let me just grab you real quick and I'll show you. What's cool about this trolling motor is right about there. You say, well, what's the difference in that and the normal trolling motor? Well, that is the new Minn Kota built-in Mega, which has always been, MDI has always been something that they've had, but this is MDI and MSI. So it's actually side imaging and down imaging Mega. And so I didn't even know that existed. I just said order me a trolling motor. So the guy did. And I get it. I install it and I go to a local fishing place to buy fishing stuff, to whose name will remain anonymous. And they told me that Minn Kota did not, I needed the plug, you know, to plug in to be able to see my depth finder, my down imaging and side imaging. And they said Minn Kota doesn't make a side imaging trolling motor. And the cool thing, they do, by the way, but the cool thing about the side imaging is because with an Ulterra, you can't put a stabilizing bar, or not even a stabilizing bar, just a fixed position bar like for your 360, because the shaft goes up and down, so it's not fixed, and so you can't put the 360 on there. You can put it on the back of your boat and things like that. There's some alternatives, but I really didn't want to do that. So with the side imaging, I can actually, and I probably have some shots here that you can look at, but with the side imaging, I can actually go left and look to the, I mean, I know which way the trolling motor is pointing, so I know that if it's going this way, left will be out this way, or if I'm straight ahead, left will be straight. But you can literally do 360. You can look all the way around and see what's out there in front of you. So it's a really cool, nifty idea. Glad that they did that. But I called Minn Kota and I'm like, hey, I finally, because the place that will remain anonymous said they don't have one, and they talked me into it. So I installed a Mega down imaging in the front, then had to uninstall it and then reinstall a Mega side. But I called Minn Kota and they said they didn't have the cable to see, and I was like, well, how am I going to, it just didn't make sense. How am I going to, can I at least look at down imaging? No, you got to have, and I don't even know if that's true, but long story short, I did find the cable. It was at a company called Shields, and up north, I think, and they got it here in like 4 to 5 business days. Plugged it in, and it's actually pretty cool. I really like it, and it helped. For those of you that wonder why I always put Ulterras on my boat, it's not a pride thing, and it's not a wow, let me show off this bass tracker, right? You know, like, but I have a pretty severe disability, and it really affects my legs and my feet. So I can't, even as easy as it is to push, you know, the pedal up and down, I can't stand up without, you'll see in some of my videos, I'm normally, if you don't know, I'm leaning up against the seat so that I don't like fall. It just gives me some stabilization, and so I have to use the feature, you know, with my remote is always on my neck. So if you're hearing like a lot of times, that's the remote, you know, rubbing up against the Garmin Verb. So it's been amazing. I really like that side imaging on here. I can look at side imaging up front. I can look at side imaging on my console, and so it's a really cool product to get. I mean, because you can still at least see some side imaging views, see what's out there, and so everything so far has worked well. I'm thankful for what I have, yeah, that's about it. I will show you this. This is kind of interesting for those of you that might get one. Let me just show you this. Whenever you go to put anything on the front of your boat, I have learned the hard way that aside from taking the entire deck plate off, you can remove these, you can remove this, you can remove this obviously, but under here, right here, there is still that's about the size of the hole, and you've got to reach all the way up there, and this is metal, by the way. Under here, it's metal. You've got to reach all the way up here, and it's tough, man. So if you can get someone else to do it, let me sit you down there, sorry. If you can get someone else to do it, let them do it. And anyways, thought I'd show you that. Hope you enjoy it. Click subscribe, hit update. We'll see you out on the water. Bye.